Is the oldest son of LeBron really ready for the NBA? The opinions of the NBA general managers may shock you. Now, of course, Bronny James, the oldest son of LeBron, who was playing at USC last year, had a heart condition, went through a ton of stuff, has recently put his name into the transfer portal and declared for the NBA draft. Now, I gotta be honest, this is insane because just to do two of these things, especially after one season where some would argue Bronny really did not have a great season, is actually wild to see. Now, number one, I think it's super advantageous because he can kind of test the waters of the NBA draft, see where his name is going to land. But also, number two, he still does have safety into going back to college and going to another school, which is very smart. Now, the NBA scouts actually spoke on Bronny James putting his name into the draft, and their opinions will absolutely shock you. Now, the GMs actually said that Bronny James is nowhere near ready for the NBA, which is wild because, of course, he is the son of one of the best players of all time, LeBron James. And you would think just because he's his son that bro would have a ton of talent and really automatically be able to get to the NBA. But of course, these NBA general managers think much differently. He should go back to school to develop at his own pace, or he risks getting lost in the shuffle, whether or not he's playing with his dad. And that is super tough. Picking Bronny is more about getting LeBron's attention right now than it is about developing Bronny himself. The shot looks good, but it doesn't go in. Those guys scare me the most. It's either lack of touch or mental, and either way, those take years to correct. Now, this is pretty critical of somebody who I believe is only 19 years old, but you clearly see the opinion is overall pretty negative, and they feel that Bronny is just not ready for the next level. Now, if you do enjoy these types of videos and want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest high school, college, and NBA news, hit the subscribe button and like the video now. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers and are at around 22K. So if you do enjoy these types of videos and want to stay up to date with the latest news, hit the subscribe and like button now. Now, I will say this about Bronny James. He has great defense. He has a lot of athleticism. Of course, he's pretty tall as well. I believe around 6'4". Definitely can shoot the ball, but it's really, I think, a mentality thing. And overall, he was coming from a heart condition where that definitely put a strain on the season and just didn't allow him to perform as well. So I think as Bronny is making these moves, kind of testing the waters and understanding what it actually takes to make to the NBA, he will go back to college next year and be prepared to really make a mark on the game and understand the type of, really consistency and the type of level he has to play at if he wants to get taken seriously by these NBA teams. Now, we all know LeBron is running out of time, and I think basically he's telling Bronny, man, you got to get it together. We have to get it right because I want to play with you before I retire. No Diddy. And in this case, man, clearly, Bronny has to change some things. Now, we also need to take a look at Bronny's numbers just to really understand what the season looked like for him. And if we take a look at his numbers, he's only averaging around 4 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 36% from the field. Now, definitely not the numbers I think people expected, but Bronny is not a score-first type of player. Of course, he likes to pass the ball and really get his teammates involved. And man, the sky is the limit, but he's definitely going to have to switch things up if he wants to make the NBA and want these NBA teams and general managers to take him seriously because LeBron can only carry him for so long. Now, if you do enjoy these types of videos, man, click this next video on the screen because you won't want to miss it.